Well, welcome to Amsterdam on a really nice, pleasant autumnal Sunday morning on a very special day here in the Olympic Stadium, the 50th anniversary of the TCS Amsterdam Marathon. Khalid Choukoud, the Dutch champion, and in the men's field, Joshua Cheptegei making his third appearance at the full marathon distance. There is Tsegay Getachau, the winner last year, looking to make it 3 wins in 4 years here in Amsterdam, and Gabriel Gaye. Haile Gebrselassie, who was a winner here 20 years ago in 2005, fires the starting gun, and in this iconic Olympic Stadium, the first of 30,000 plus runners make their way along the 26.2-mile course. There is the scene, this wonderful old Olympic Stadium that hosted the Games back in 1928, and the Amsterdam Marathon now in its 50th year. Well, the leading group early on with the fabulous pacemakers led by Edwin Kiptoo coming through Fondel Park, this wonderful park that they will revisit later in the race in the latter stages. The course record has been the target, Tamarit Tola 2:03:39, set in 2021. And here they will take a right turn through the wonderful Rijksmuseum, the most famous museum in Amsterdam, home to so many of the Dutch masters, including the Night Watch. And they emerge, and all the big names are in there. Course record pace, they're aiming to go through halfway in 61:45, which is actually quicker than the halfway split of Tamarit Tola 4 years ago. Chance for a little bit of history as well today, with Joshua Cheptegei aiming to become the first Ugandan to win this race. Khalid Choukoud, well, 7th appearance in Amsterdam. He's an 8-time Dutch champion. He's in the 3rd group there with his own pacemakers. Well, 5K split, 14:38, and through 10 kilometers in 29:16, just outside course record pace. Here they are at 15 kilometers, going through in almost exactly 44 minutes, almost spot on to the second on course record pace along the banks of the Amstel, with the flyboarders out in force. A slight headwind at this stage as they approach the turn. They're the flyboarders who come out year after year to keep the crowds entertained. We're not sure whether the runners themselves have too much time to take notice. Halfway through in 20:62:15, I should say, just outside the course record of Tamarit Tola last year, and well, the pace for some rather too much. And this group of 17 or 18, and now Gaye is having a word with the one remaining pacemaker, sensing a little bit of impatience here from Gabriel Gaye, who had to drop out of Berlin a few weeks ago because of the brutally warm conditions, and he wants to get on with this. And there's been a definite splintering here at 22 kilometers in the men's race. There is Joshua Cheptegei just at the top of picture with the white compression sleeves. Joshua Cheptegei, a podium finish, according to his manager Jos Hermans, would be certainly the aim today. He's only his 3rd ever marathon. He's the Olympic champion, of course, in the 10,000 meters from Paris last year. Still the world record holder over both 5 and 10,000 meters, but still very much learning the marathon distance. And that injection of pace from Gabriel Gaye has done some damage here. So Gaye, one of the taller athletes in the field, has really set the cat amongst the pigeons here. The defending champion, Tsegay Getachau, has responded. He's got the advantage of knowing this course probably better than anybody else in the men's field. But this is a definite move Or is it? Is this perhaps a little bit of surging from Gay Tola? There is Phil Sessamon, who is in the group with Khalid Shukoud. Phil Sessamon, the British athlete, who is in terrific shape. And, well, Bazazu Asmari is the latest to feel the pinch. He's dropped off the back of this group, as has Joshua Cheptegei in the latter stages of the race. Now then, this is an important moment for Joshua Cheptegei. Does he conserve energy and hope the others will come back at him? He's down in 5th place at the moment. And now it's the Kenyan who's taking on the mantle. There is Getachew, the defending champion from last year. But he is now looking at the back of Geoffrey Kipchumba, the Kenyan, who's quite literally taking off his gloves. Not quite the gloves, but the sleeves. And this is a decisive move from Geoffrey Kipchumba. Kenya hasn't had a men's winner in Amsterdam for a couple of years now. It has been very much dominated by Ethiopia. The second arm compression comes off. And this is a really aggressive move. He's really pushing on the gas here. And that's the effect. If it's hurting him, it'll be hurting the others as well as they cross the Amstel for the final time back into the centre of Amsterdam, where the crowds are extra special today in this 50th anniversary year. This has been really decisive from Geoffrey Kipchumba in only his 2nd ever marathon. Remember, the course record is very much there for the taking. 2:03.39 from Tamarit Tola 4 years ago. But what a move this is. There are some big names, the likes of Getachew in 2nd and 3rd. Gay Cheptegei. There is Khalid Shukoud, the Dutch champion, hoping to retain his title here. And there Getachew and Gay and Mola. We should also mention Getane Mola, the Ethiopian. This is the chasing group, so Kenya leading the way. There is Kipchumba back into Fondle Park. From here, he has just over 2 kilometers to go. And look at him working hard, really aggressive. The 2 Ethiopians in pursuit, communicating with each other. Getachew, remember, won this race a year ago and 3 years ago. 750 meters to go, less than 2 laps of the track. Just 2 or 3 small turns, and look at Kipchumba pouring it on here. He's going to smash his personal best by at least 2 minutes, and here he is, the winner in 2025 of the TCS Amsterdam Marathon is Geoffrey Kipchumba in a new course record, 2:03.30. He's taken 9 seconds off the previous mark. What a performance that is. It was big, it was bold, and it was aggressive. Ethiopians coming in 2nd and 3rd. Last year's winner, Tsegay Getachew, has to settle for 2nd, greeted by former winner here, Haile Gebrselassie. A nice word for Getnai Molly as well. So Kenya's day, Ethiopia in 2 and 3. And another brilliant performance by Mr. Consistency. Khalid Shukoud retains his Dutch title. Brilliant performance from the 39-year-old, delighting the Dutch crowd. What a day it was. And Amsterdam looking terrific in the autumn conditions. The podium, Ethiopia 3 and 2. There is last year's winner, Tsegay Getachew. But today was all about this man. Geoffrey Kipchumba looked almost embarrassed to have taken the title today. The biggest win of his career, a massive personal best. And Kenya on top of the podium here in Amsterdam for the first time in 2 years. And that is the biggest win of this young man's career. Terrific performance from Geoffrey Kipchumba here in Amsterdam in 2025.